Welcome back, everyone. My name is Patrick. You're watching the Fanatic Rundown. Unfortunately, the Edmonton Oilers, with an effort that was probably strong enough to win, but ultimately did not get them the win last night. The Edmonton Oilers falling in overtime 3-2 to the Carolina Hurricanes. Their record drops to 2-4-1. This one was painful because the Edmonton Oilers did hold a 2-0 lead going into the third period. Connor McDavid had been the hero for the Edmonton Oilers up until that point. An absolutely beautiful goal in the first period with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins picking up the assist. Had the Oilers up 1-0 after one. And then the Edmonton Oilers finally get a power play goal. Connor picking up his second of the night from Draisaitl and Bouchard. The Oilers were up 2-0 after two. They had been kind of up and down. It had been a back-and-forth hockey game, but the Edmonton Oilers had buried two of their chances. The power play had looked amazing on their first one, but kind of reverted back to what we had seen them struggle with the last couple of games, and unfortunately, they only pick up the one single power play goal. They went 1 for 4 on the night. They score a couple more power play goals. We're probably looking at a different hockey game, but it's clearly still something that the Edmonton Oilers are struggling with. Oilers insider Bob Stauffer said there's a chance we may see Jeff Skinner swapped out with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins sometime in the near future. He doesn't think the Oilers are at that point yet, but the power play, like I said, does let the Edmonton Oilers down tonight, but also their defensive game overall, up 2-0 going into the third period. You really have to close that one out, and the Edmonton Oilers giving up the lead in the third. Shane Gostisbehere scoring at 44 seconds in on the power play for the Hurricanes to make it 2-1, and then Martin Necas at 13:29 ties the game 2-2, and then unfortunately with 7 seconds left in overtime, Sebastian Aho buries it to give the Hurricanes the 3-2 overtime victory. At least the Edmonton Oilers do pick up a point here, but if we look back to last year, 2-9-1 when head coach Jay Woodcroft was ultimately axed. The Oilers now at 2-4-1. I don't think this is obviously the same team as last year, but the record is slowly starting to look the same. The Oilers do have some upcoming games here where they really have to take advantage. They're taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins, Detroit Red Wings, Columbus Blue Jackets, the struggling Nashville Predators once again. So the Oilers do have an opportunity to turn the tide here if they can seize it, but ultimately they do have to start producing on the power play. We've seen Connor McDavid come through with 2 goals tonight, but Zach Hyman still held no goals this year. Leon Draisaitl can certainly produce more. We haven't seen much from Victor Arvidsson. Jeff Skinner has probably been the standout for the Oilers in the top 6, but still lots more for the Oilers to improve on here early in the season. We saw Darnell Nurse tried out on the right side tonight in the top 4. Kind of mixed results there, but overall, the Oilers were doing relatively well, like I said, until the third period when it was ultimately blown and then lost in overtime. Looking at the game stats, the Oilers outshot the Hurricanes 35-33. They were 55.8% on the faceoff to Carolina's 44.2%. Like I said, Oilers going 1 for 4 on the power play. Carolina 1 for 2. Shane Gostisbehere scoring that important goal early in the third to get the Hurricanes back in the hockey game. The Hurricanes out-hit the Oilers 25-14. The Oilers just definitely missing that physical element without Evander Kane in the lineup. The Oilers with 15 block shots to Carolina's 13. Carolina with 21 giveaways to Edmonton's 17. And Carolina with 10 takeaways to the Oilers' 9. So, yeah, guys, Stuart Skinner was making some amazing saves early on for the Edmonton Oilers. Frederik Andersen earned one of the game stars tonight for the Hurricanes. He was excellent as well. A nice breakthrough game for Connor McDavid, but definitely there is some serious steps this team still needs to take if they are going to move forward this season. That's all I have for now, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan.